Good to meet you, Bobby. What are the most important roles business leader has to fulfill?
Well, I feel that if you want to be a business leader, ownership is very important. I see a lot of leadership people about the business. What was really missing was they can't write along the ways, they write the walls and coach to them. But what was missing was the ownership and setting the priority to learn what is required. So often I get this, come on, then you like a piece of white paper, just write anything on it. I tried it for 8 years, more than a decade, but it is not true. Not true that we even write something about them because they just follow accordingly. Because I think for self-employed, we have the choice. So that's the part. As a leader, I truly believe that you will take ownership, understand that they're actually influences for you come out, rather than either just figure out what you want in the future.
You obviously find mentoring very fulfilling. What have been sort of your best experiences as a mentor?
As a mentor, I think the best experience is where I see someone literally grow. When I was just coming, just into the studio, I received 2 messages. They say that they do something I mentioned last week. You get me some advice. It really changes perspectives and it helps me.
What's the experience from outside of work that has influenced the way you do your job? Something from hobbies or other pursuits, etc.
Well, typically, my wife will always say that I on work, I'm blessed. But that is truth, and I'm really trying to be focused on that. But I don't go with what value I'm not a C person. I don't like the sun. I agree, and the thing is, I don't mind praising and seeing the side. I love moving the process. When you go early morning, hi, good morning, the world, good morning, world, how are you? So these are the things that I enjoy. I love it. I'm very aggressive when it comes to learning. Something really out to learn. I can break down for an hour YouTube, can break down into 4 hours.
What about some advice that you might have received, whether it's from a family member, a mentor, a teacher, at some point through your life? Is there a piece of advice that you still keep in mind and you still apply to your day-to-day, the way you be like you, way you do your job?
I will say a piece of advice is always find a passion. Now, one thing I do agree, I've been doing this now. So it's a routine, but I can't stop. If I stop, there goes my income. So a lot of people would be a routine as the loss of action. The loss of action, the loss of goal, the touch. So my advice for everybody, yes, you can be doing something very long, but there is a need for breakthrough. So continue to learn, needed to solve people, continue to do research and excited.
Speaking of success, how do you define success? What is the essence of successful life?
I'm in coaching. So I always like to tell my students my responsibility that I'll get all one manage. My job is to make sure you know how to make the right element. But if you want a successful life, it goes out to how you save, how you invest, and how do you spend on necessary or unnecessary things. Okay, how do you spend that outward? Because these 4 determines a success. My job is really to help you to make that from extent in the right way, the right methodology. So when I look at all these things, I don't do because of whether it's successful because the lifestyle, what it ends. Because that's just not. I don't scare. When I speak to somebody, when I look at them, the asking questions, I know how equipped they are. I know I know what it is. I know how they write their lives. So to me, somebody who structure organized with the vision, passion of this, meaning very passionate, to me, these people are assist because they are on group, wherever they go, they inspire it and group work. These 5 people around there, I think that's a.
How has what we have just lived through changed the way that you either do your job or approach in general?
Right. I will use that with people because under my division, Bobby Sng Advisory, we are the one who first group, social group that we venture in streaming, live stream, online stream. So I put in massive effort to learn the program called VBs. Actually, very thankful to is the Laura, which to be this program to me. I put everything of my understanding coaching in the school of purchasing. During this session, I also realized that there's no boundaries. The strong next company who introduced virtual viewing. So with dynamics, you can do the webmaster and rule of card. So let's say you shut that. Let's so we will show and read by our speaker speak. So that topic need is creativity of the brand and presence, but need coverage. So that's about. I'll say that the company is small, show.
Fascinating conversation, Bob. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers.